And I wish that for everyone, because there are a lot of people watching right now when I shared the throat, like holding the throat, is you don't realize that the lack of is not allowing you to live into the dad, the mom, the husband, the sister, the brother, the employee, the friend, the donator, the charitable person you want to be. Imagine if that was gone. Who would you be?
Do you think someone can feel emotionally free in life if they are not some level of financial freedom?
Of course. Some of the happiest people in the world have found that, right? And if that is your path, then amazing, right? But I also live in the real world. There's about 3% of people that could, probably 5% that could meditate and love it. And I admire those people. I learn from those people. I love reading their books. I love listening to their podcasts. They make me a better version of me. But then I get to the real world with 4 kids and a wife, and I want to travel, and I want to do things, and I want to impact others. And I want to leave a legacy. I want to change the world. I want to make this place better than I found it. All those things, in most cases, Lewis, require money. I don't care what anybody says. If you think that's conflicting to your values, I'm sorry, but in most cases, that's a fact.
Yeah. Wow. So what would you say was the thing that unlocked for you to feel more emotionally free, even though you were already financially free and still feeling a little bit trapped?
Yeah.
Like, what was the thing that allowed you to unlock the peace along with the financial freedom? Because you had the money, you had the financial freedom. You could, charter private jets probably in your 30s. You had millions in the bank. You had big businesses. You were on TV every day. You had all these things, but you still felt like there was a clinch in your throat, even though you were financially free. So what allowed you to switch into emotional peace with the financial freedom?
Such a great question, Lewis. I think time,
Yeah.
wisdom, maybe it wasn't even wisdom yet. It was on its way to wisdom, right? We're in this space. We're in the personal development space. You've interviewed more people than anyone on the planet that I know. How much have you learned from all of these interviews where you go, wow, that's still in there? Like, I was still that broke kid running away from being small, running away from being broke, running away from lots of marriages. But I ran. It's like I could have run 10 miles. I was on my 15th marathon. I look up, I'm 40 years old. It's like, hey, isn't it time to slow down a little bit? And I think personal development, staying engaged. I listen to a podcast or a book on personal growth at least 20 days of every month still to this day. I have to stay plugged in. I have to stay engaged. For me, that old version of me is still in there. And if I don't work on this version, it's like, it'll
take you back there.
It'll take me back,
Yeah.
right? Maybe not at the level it once was. So I would say just time. And then there was a point in my history where I remember thinking, hey, if I have the gift, true story, I had the opportunity to spend a couple hours with Richard Branson on his sailboat. I helped raise $1 million for Virgin Unite. He invited us to go to his island. I thought he wasn't going to be there. He was actually there.
Wow.
I get up super early. You and I have run super early in the morning.
Yeah, of course.
He was, every 5 o'clock, he was the only other one up. So he saw me one day and he goes, hey, you want to sail tomorrow? I'm like, hell yeah, what time? So we sail around the island, and he said something to me. I asked him about this question. Now, this is probably 15 years ago. I was 41.